Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Sorry. Working out the kinks on PS5. Can y'all hear me? Let me, Hear me now. Alright, cool. I got that on my phone, too. What I was saying was, I'm on PS5 now, so... I'm trying to figure out how to do all this. For some reason, it doesn't it doesn't automatically do the mic. But it might. I just have to mess with the settings, you know. But I was saying, setting up the stream. Just give me a sec. Gotta do all the little settings here. Shouldn't take as long now, because the laptop is way better. Got that. Not doing a thumbnail today. No, I'm not AI. Yeah, the first video I did on this thing, it didn't record my mic either, so it's like a whole, you gotta double check, triple check your mic's on. But I'll figure it out. I just gotta mess with the settings. I've only had this thing for, I don't even know, maybe a week now, maybe a little less. And this is my first stream on it, and then I've only made like one video on it as well, and I screwed up the audio on the one video I did. So... still working out the kinks. I think I got all my settings ready to go. Okay. So we'll do a little bit of spoilers. I'm going to tell y'all how I'm getting more vault keys now. Don't get too excited. It's not, I don't know. But I'll tell you, I am getting more vault keys now. I am getting more vault keys. I'm getting more verses. I'm going through battles quicker. All that stuff. Yeah, I'm going to do like I think I'll do the calendar sauna. But if you have any input, you can put it in the chat. But hello there, Mark, Sauna, Funky Town, SS, how are you? And that's everybody so far. What up, Funky Town? Let's do this, Mark. I'm alright, SS. You can't hear me if I'm talking. Hopefully you can hear me now. You should try THJ real quick. It's a whole different game. What's THJ stand for? Mark says I'm a PS5 expert. Let me know if you need help. Yeah, I just needed to, like, turn the mic on as soon as I start recording. So whatever that setting is. And yeah, I'll do a little bit of spoilers. Oh, the hero's journey. I don't know, man. I mean, you say, like, are you the one in the comments, like, telling me, like, it's like Diablo and stuff? Because I don't hate that. I'm just like, when I play EverQuest, I want to play EverQuest. And when I play Diablo, I want to play Diablo. And I've already played, what's the EverQuest game that was like Diablo? EverQuest Online Adventures? No, that's not it. Champions of Norath. I've already played that. You know, when I play EverQuest, man, I want it to be super hard. I don't want to be able to do 3 different kind of classes at the same time. I don't want to be able to beat whites and reds and stuff like that and yellows. Like, I like it the way it is. I want it to be older and less, hand-holdy. Yeah, I should probably give it a try though. It's an action RPG, so you know. I would play Path of Exile if I wanted to play an action RPG, but I get it, man. Like back in there's just like I love Resident Evil, right? So they made a light gun game. This is how I equate it in my head. So Resident Evil, right? You got Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2. You know, they're super hard. You run out of resources. Like, if you don't play the game right, you're going to die. It's scary, you know, back in the day at least it was. And then they come out with, like, the light gun games. Dark Side Chronicles, Umbrella Chronicles. And you get to go back through the same areas, but it's like a light gun game now. So, yeah, it's kind of how I'm thinking about it in my head. Is like, okay, I can play EverQuest where it was super hard and you run out of stuff and you die and all that. Or I could play the light gun game where you go, but you get to go back through the same areas. But I don't know. We'll see. I was gonna make a video about it, but I need to know more about. I don't want to just go making a video when I don't even know anything about it. You know what I mean? But all right, let's get going here. I wish the chat would stay. That's another thing. I need the chat to stay on the screen. It doesn't stay on the screen. So now I have to, like, definitely look over at the laptop. But anyway, what are we going to do first? We're doing Vault Event. It's Vault Event weekend. I'm getting more Vault Keys. I'm getting more verses. What have I done so far? I've been playing the game a little more. Come on, what's going on here? What happened? Whoa. I'm playing the game a little bit more. I had my little break where I wasn't playing as much, but I've been playing a little bit more, getting back to usual. Did all this right here. You know, did what I wanted to here. I'm kind of picking and choosing a little bit. I don't need souls. I don't need runes. Unless the thing asks me to do it, you know. Got the keys. Might as well. A little bit of gems might be in there. Did all this stuff. Got the campaign all the way done. All the way done here. I mean, there's purple books in there. You kind of... I think there was, right? What was in there? Was it purple books? It was either purple or green, and I need... Yeah, it was purple, so I had to do that. Tower of Doom, I actually did a bunch, and I scouted. So you'll see me with boons. I got 24 boons. I scouted for once. We got the whole thing done. I was in first place for like a minute, for a hot second. I was in first place for a hot second in the Tower of Doom, which I'm never. Shout out Mana Bombers. Cynical don't do nothing, does he? I was in there for a sec. I was on first place for a sec. I was scouting. Did a little bit of PvP. I'm doing a little bit of Underspire. Like, I'm not about to be going after the 5th, or I guess the 6th, or yeah, the 5th dragon. I got 5 stones. I scouted. Hey, scouts are on different advice, you know? My advice is for the 25 other people. Don't get boons, just follow the scout. But if you're scouting, it's a whole different rule set. You got to go in every single room, so you're going to get boons, you know? But I was doing Underspire. I'll show you guys some teams, in case you still need to do some of this stuff. So for Tower of Doom, I was doing... This is a little bit different. Like, of course you got to tweak your team. If I'm way up on floor 40 something, I'm going to have to tweak my team a little bit. So I did tweak my team a little bit. So I got Doomed Bolt Shooter, Harpy Mage, Bane of Ambition, the Wild King. That's what I was doing. It was working 90-something% of the time. Like, I did lose, I think, 1 or 2 sigils as I was scouting. It wasn't too bad. But the team wasn't exactly like this when I lost the sigils. I haven't lost any sigils since I moved the team around a little bit. Like, I had different things in different order. Like, I think I had the Doom Bolt Shooter on the bottom and, like, the Bane of Ambition in first slot. Once you get to, like, floor 40, your Bane of Ambition is going to die before it gets the Devour. So I'm giving it time to get the Devour here. And then Harpy Mage has a summon sometimes. Even if I just have Bane of Ambition and Wild King, I can still win sometimes. Like, the Wild King's throwing up a bunch of skulls, that way the Bane of Ambition can devour. Like, it all goes together the way it's supposed to. One weird thing about it is the Harpy Mage does a Dust Storm when you cast it. So, you'll have a Dust Storm for like 1 turn. It's not that big of a deal, though. As soon as the next turn comes through, your Skull Storm will go back on, because it creates a Bone Storm when my turn begins. So your next turn, the Bone Storm will be back. But you gotta wait till you have 13 skulls, and then cast it, get a Devour, make sure you're casting on something that can be devoured, and you should be good to go. Like, you would love to have the Bane of Ambition in first slot, that way you can take advantage of the attack that you're devouring, but, you know, it doesn't happen fast enough, so you kind of have to put it down a little bit. And then Wild King can catch blue, so he's fine down there. And usually I'll cast Wild King and then Bane of Ambition. But I wanted Bane of Ambition in front of the Wild King in case I lose the weapon and Harpy Mage. That way I could do more skull damage. Wild King's catching blue, like I said. So it was fine. That's my Tower of Doom team if you're way up there and not done yet. The Underspire I changed a little bit. That's why you gotta stay tuned. Stay tuned. Chad with a 2 with a 2. So Sauna running out there. Chad. We're doing this live stream today because of you guys. DC United. Chad. Sauna. You guys are making this happen right now. You know, we weren't doing as many live streams, but you guys are making it happen. Alright, we have Elemental Sentinel in first slot now. I don't know if you have it or not, but hey, I didn't make this team for a video. I made this team to win. So I got Oaken Crown. My whole team is Forest of Thorns. Got Gladius still. And then Daughter of Yasmin. So this was my deeper Underspire team. I'll show a fight. The only way we have to curse is if they hit us with skulls, so it's kind of weird. But we're not really relying on the Elemental Sentinel. He's kind of just our tank. But you got this, red to green. And we got the Sentinel, but nobody's cursed yet. You could just cast it and get a little bit of mana if you just need a little bit. I'll get the weapon up. Cast it. Get an extra turn because my whole team is Forest of Thorns. If my whole team, if my hero's not Archer, that's probably not going to happen. What game is this? It's Gems of War, Lester. Alright, cast the dragon. We're deeper in, so it's not going to one-shot. We look for our Daughter of Yasmin. We don't see it. It doesn't have alignment. So let's just hit him with skulls. Put a bunch of purple up there. I might just cast this. Alright, do we have Daughter of Yasmin? Yes, we do. That'll also help our weapon. Did not get an extra turn, but I filled my dragon. Hit him again. We're deeper. It's alright. We're kind of stalled out here a little bit, but we almost got him dead. I need probably purple and brown if there is any. Which I don't see. We'll just take yellow. Stalling me out a little bit here. They're rolling around. They're shot a million times. They're almost done for. There we go. That's deeper Underspire heading towards the 5th boss, I think. I got 5 stones. I'm heading towards the 5th boss, whatever, trying to find the, 6th stone. I don't know if I'm going to make it or not, because I didn't buy torches every single day. Let's grab our tribute. Alright, so the Vault event. Daniel's here. I've been having some good fortune with gnomes, with Freddy turning up quite regularly, which is much needed. Alright, so where are you guys... First thing I want to ask is, where are you doing the Vault event? I have a spot that's working for me, but where are you guys doing it? Because we got... Now, you might be, like, doing the thing, the Chrysantherax difficulty 12 thing that's not faster, that's not better, that... but whatever, it's new, you know what I mean? So I can't tell you nothing because it's new. But we got elves and we got mystics. So where are you doing your farming? Which kingdom? I want to know if anybody's in the same one as me. I looked through all the kingdoms for which ones have mystics, which ones have elves, which ones have the least. Alright, you're doing Wild Plains. Sana's doing Whitehelm. Chad's doing Cinema Mirage. That's always a good one. Yeah, Cinema Mirage, though, I look every week, though, right? Or every Vault event. So if you go to Cinema Mirage, and you go to, like, elves... They don't have any elves, that's good. Let's go to mystics. Yeah, they got 4 mystics. Not too bad though, because like this one's mythic, this one's legendary. But there are 4 mystics that could turn up with extra stats, so your Iron Hawks may not work. But if you're not using Iron Hawks, then that doesn't matter. So keep doing what you're doing if you're not doing Iron Hawks. But if you're doing Iron Hawks, now we have a problem because everything has extra stats here. Not everything, but 4 things here have extra stats. I'm definitely not chasing pets. What else did you guys say? Wild Plains, that's another one I usually recommend. But I looked at it. The Wild Plains. Or is it just Wild Plains? Wild Plains. So you gotta look mystics. Look at all the mystics. All these mystics have extra stats. So that's not good, right? I don't think there's any elves. But there's a bunch of mystics who have 10% extra stats. Let's look up Whitehelm now. Not bad, no elves. What about mystics? 2 mystics, not bad. So that's probably the best one I've seen so far. But you do have 2 Mystics that you might run into. Silent Sentinel you probably won't run into as much. It's a legendary, but you still will hit it every once in a while. Patience, I don't know if Patience pops up a lot or not. But the one I'm doing is none of those. I'm doing Adana, which I've never done before. But no Mystics. I should have told you guys this earlier. No Elves. No Mystics, no Elves. I think it's the only one that has no Mystics and no Elves this week. But it's not perfect either. So I'm not telling you to switch. If you're doing White Helm, for example, you're doing whatever. If you're not doing Ironhawks, just who cares? Because you're not doing Ironhawks. But if you're doing Ironhawks, I would recommend Adana. Maybe White Helm, because I think I accidentally did White Helm a few times. It's my home kingdom, and it was working too. You started hitting the gyms? Not the gym, Vishal? Nice. I need to get back to working out. It's been like a week for me. But I'm doing Adana. There is one thing here that survives. It's Carnix. And sometimes, you know, but it's not that bad. It's alright. But let's start doing some Vault Event, maybe. Don't know. How many Myth Stones do I got? I got 1, so we should do a gap right now. Because I'm very low. Like, I'm not going to hit the boss chest. So we'll probably do a gap first. But I'll show you Adana in a sec. Why don't we run through the spoilers real quick? Before I do that, because I got to run a gap. It's going to be 15 minutes. Let's do an auto battle on Trials while I go over a little bit of the spoilers. If you have any information on spoilers, let me know. I'm just going to go over the calendar for next week. Alright, how do we do this? Okay, autoplay, because I can't bring it up on the screen, sorry. Alright, the week of the 7th of April, we have a raid event. Raid event next week, starting tomorrow. Today's Sunday, right? We have a Drakzum week. Drakzum Underspire, Drakzum Epic Trials, Drakzum Event Key Drop Table, Drakzum Weapons in the Soulforge. We have Ilathea on Tuesday for a faction event. Wednesday we have that, I think his name is Rockweiler. Correct me if I'm wrong, the pet from Drakzum, the blue dog with the gold armor, Rockweiler I think it's called. And then what is that class? I'm an idiot. Is that Slayer or what's Drakzum's class? Broken Spire I think is Warlord, right? So is that Slayer? I think it's Slayer. Pretty sure it's Slayer next week on Thursday. Class event Slayer. On the weekend we have a faction expansion for looks like Worm Run. Yeah, Worm Run. So that's what's going on next week. That's my spoilers. Raid event, Drakzum week, Ilathea on Tuesday, Rockweiler on Wednesday, Slayer on Thursday, faction expansion Worm Run on the weekend. The Mythic will be out of the drop table on Thursday, or Friday. Thursday, Friday, reset. That's the spoilers. Sana has some information there. Glory Shop Troop. It says create 6 freeze gems, then summon a Drakzum troop for the Glory Shop Troop. Crow's here. How's it going? Hey, Crow, I'm gonna put something on Patreon, dude. I need to. Like, what do you want, man? Are you still on there? If you're still on there, bro, I'm gonna start working on something for you. I appreciate you, man. If anybody else wants to hit the Patreon, it gets to me way faster. I'm not saying don't do what you've been doing, but yeah. So you're still on there, Crow? Okay. You want me to like put a video? The one I was thinking of putting up is like how to get Ironhawk or something, because I know that's something you need. But let me know if you want me to go over something, Crow. Alright, Vishal. Have a good one, dude. Immunity to frozen, chill touch, inflict frozen when doing skull damage, stone skin, reduce damage from skulls by 50%. You just want the same as channel members get? I gotta figure it out. I'll work on it, man. I appreciate it. Bring Cindy back. What's the thing that makes you think it's not me? Just because I scouted in Tower of Doom? I never told nobody not to scout. I didn't tell anybody not to scout. I just said, if you're not the scout, you shouldn't get boons. I was the scout, so I got boons. If you're not the scout, you should not get boons. If you are the scout, you have to get boons because you're going in every room to scout. So, I don't know. In reality, I just want to to give back to DC for real. That's the only way I could think of doing it is through the guild, like scoring high in the guild event. So I'm trying to give back to DC any way I can. Like I don't think he needs gems, or else I would give him gems. Like I was gonna ask him if he needs gems. I would give him gems. Like when Sana let me join her guild, try to pay her back a little bit. DC got me a PS5 and a laptop, so I'm trying to do more in the guild stuff. Scout a little bit. I've been hitting the doobies. That's why I'm happy to play gyms again. I don't know. I guess it was like DC, like his generosity kind of brought me back a little bit to the game. Showing that there's, I don't know. Look, and he's giving me gems. Why? Why you giving me gems, bro? I'm gonna give you gems. What are you talking about? Alright, so let's do this VOD event now. I did the spoilers. So, I'm doing Adana, like I said. Sorry to delay. Also, the title of the video. We'll get into that. But, it's nothing... Some of y'all are gonna be disappointed, but you know how it is. You gotta put a freaking title. Stupid titles. You gotta do it. But it's true. It's not like clickbait or anything. It's true. But let's run Adana, and I'll show you that it's not... Like, it's the one I'm doing. Yeah, they're all dead. Now keep somebody out there. What's the difference, other than me smoking doobies and scouting and getting boons? And what's the difference here? If anybody can, eagle eye observer out there, what's the difference here between me previous VOD events and now? Can you tell a difference? Just via the gameplay here. Like right now, there's a difference, if you can spot it. Other than it looking nicer. Other than that? What's the difference you're seeing right now on the screen versus previous VOD events when we streamed? Does it look any different to you? Is anything happening that's different? Sana, it's faster. You said my mic sounds better? That's good. PS5 Jamrix, yep. Crow says I can't become a channel member. Can you test and see if I can be a mod on your channel? Cindy Cool. Sure, man. Yeah, you're a mod now, dude. There you go. You should have like a wrench next to your name. Next thing you say. Or maybe. Maybe. Alright, here we go with Carnex. It's the only time that's gonna happen is... It's the only time it's gonna happen. Every once in a while with Carnex, you just find some skulls, you find some yellow and brown. It's not that bad. And it's only like... when you're fighting the mini-boss or whatever. Yeah, now you got a wrench, dude. Yeah, Crow's been around a while. He's given me advice, like personal advice before, so I might as well make him a moderator. Charles Robinson, what's up? But Sana's right. This is way faster. Not, it's faster. So what am I saying? Should you go buy a PS5 if you want more vault keys? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's not really fair. It's not fair to people on PlayStation 4 or maybe Xbox, whatever. Like, I'm getting more vault keys. I'm getting more verses because I'm on PS5. And And I guess if you have like a really good PC or something, that's probably the same thing. But I've always said this, and it just, now it's like you know? Sometimes I'd be saying stuff and you guys are like, I don't know, like people out there, somebody out there's like, I don't know. Like I even heard, I think Tacit. Like the loading bar's the same for everybody. It's no different on anything. Like, and I was like, I don't know, dude. Like my PS4 seems way slower than your PC. And look at that, that's like way faster. That's cutting down like so much time. My PS4 has to go through the loading bar twice every single time. My PS4 goes through the loading bar twice every single time, I swear. Or it's like way slower or something. And it's not just me like noticing it and thinking it's faster or something. Like, I'm getting more myth stones. I'm getting, per gap, I'm getting more myth stones. Getting more vault keys, like, I'm getting more pity keys. I'm getting more vault keys in general as I do gaps. Doing more fights. It's definitely faster, man. Like, if you're on, like, PS4 or Xbox, whatever, like, it's slower. You're gonna get less vault keys. It sucks, but I don't know, I always said that. I don't feel like anybody, like, there was people out there who disagreed and said, nah, it's the same for everybody. It's not slower. It's not a disadvantage. It was a total disadvantage to be on PlayStation 4. Now, the difference, it's not like gigantic or anything. I feel like it's like 10%. Like maybe I get, instead of getting 25 vault keys, I'll get 27. Instead of getting like 60 myth stones, I'll get 70 or, you know, so, but it's definitely faster. And if I went back on my PlayStation 4 and I ran a gap, I would get like 60 myth stones. And then if I switched to the PS5 and ran a gap, I would get like 75 myth stones. Just means you're doing more fights. Now you get like a variable number. It's not exactly the same every fight or whatever, but it's still like more every single time. One thing I did notice on PS5 is the genie and the genie and the demon and stuff. When you're trying to skip it, it's like a little bit slower. So my PS4, I could skip it real. I'd just be like jamming on the circle and it would skip out of it pretty quick. But on PS5, you have to like wait. But that's the only thing that's different, like slower. And like genie and demon don't pop up that often, so. But you guys noticed it without me even saying it, that it's faster. So that's the title of the video, and I'm sorry there's no, like, team I can give you, like, Chrysantherax is not faster or whatever, like, it's not what I was gonna say. I hope you didn't think that when you came in here. It's still Ironhawks. But it's that I'm on, you know, my loading screen is not as slow. And that's every single fight. You're doing so many fights back to back to back to back to back that you have more loading than you have fights. So if your loading screen is faster, that's like the best thing you can do to get more vault keys and verses and do more fights faster, is to make that loading screen faster. Because you're gonna look at the loading screen more than you're looking at the fights. Like right here, look, circle, 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 finally. Like that's one thing that's slower. I feel like on PS4 it pops up quicker to cancel out. I don't know why, but could be just more speed in general too. Yeah, Crow, I don't know, but it's definitely the loading bar. Like, I swear I have to. It at least pauses in the middle. I don't know if it runs 2 whole loading bars every single time on PS4, but it at least pauses in the middle for longer. And if you add up like all the fights you do, like there's Carnex again. See how it happens every once in a while. Like it's not that big of a deal, but if you have some place that's working for you, don't let me change your mind. But you just gotta get brown, yellow, get some skulls, kill it, go on. Anita with the gifted, thank you so much. Keep these live streams going, maybe, we'll see. Now, where are we at on the myth stones? Because I don't want to. I got 39. I better go all the way to 100. And then I should have done a gap, but let's get all the way to 100 here. I need a little bit of verses anyway. I think I have like 4 gaps right now. So I'll try to run through these as quick as I can. Still preloading inputs. So I'm holding in the L1 triangle, letting go. I don't see how it's ever gonna get faster than this. I get it, like people trying to explore 12 and stuff like that's cool because you can get better medals and better tokens and stuff, but you saw that I watched Tacit's video, you know? I watched his live stream the other day where he at first was super excited and then he kind of like his excitement went down as he tried it. It's like it's not consistent enough to be something you do during the Vault event. Okay, a Soul Gnome survived, so I don't know, y'all. But it's been working for me this whole weekend. He has 1 HP, the little freak. You just gotta do your best and match yellow, match brown, get a skull, whatever. I've been doing a Donna Tyrion, but Wild Plains looked alright too. I'm not 100% on the location, but this one seems to be working alright. Wish I had told some people out there, because like Senna Mirage has a bunch of mystics or something. Alright, Chad, we'll see you, dude. Have a good day. What's going on? God mode enabled. It's kind of hard, like during a Vault event, that I don't have the chat sticking up on the screen on my... to look at the laptop while I'm trying to go fast. You got a dozen of every verse except for 4? Yeah, that happens. Only thing you can do is do the Vault event perfectly, you know? The only way to defeat that, everybody has to deal with that. The only thing you can do is do more battles faster. You can't like switch jump around kingdoms, like that doesn't work. It's like, if I need a green verse, shouldn't I go to a green kingdom? Nah, that doesn't work. Nothing like that works. It's all confirmation bias if it does work. You want to stay in the same kingdom that's working, not jump around. You want to do Iron Hawks if you have them, not change teams. You're gonna make sure you're not like doing pets every time they pop up. You're gonna make sure you're not doing like Explore 12 or PvP or something. That's if you don't have the verse you need, but you're doing anything unadvised, then you gotta stop doing that unadvised thing. Because if you're doing triple Ironhawk on Explore 1 in a recommended kingdom, and you're not stopping to do pets, you're not stopping to do anything else, and then you're not getting the verse you need, then you have grounds to complain. But I always end up getting the verse I need. Look, it takes a little bit longer, look. I swear I could have been out of here already. It's the demon and the genie. Respect my authority. I might be back up in the chat a little bit. Depends what your goal is, that's true. Yeah, if you don't need vault keys anymore, but you know most people do. So we can all make a video or a stream about Explore 12 Chrysanthrax, and then, you know, there might be 1% of people out there that should actually change to it. But, you know, the problem is, way more than just the 1% sees that, and then some people do it when they shouldn't. So I gotta be like the other end of the spectrum saying how you shouldn't do that, because you need vault keys still. I feel like what do you think? Is there way more people out there that still need vault keys as their main thing during a vault event than people out there that need tokens? Like, I don't get why he needs so many tokens anyway. Like, probably for his, like, legendaries, epics, like for his Kingdom Level 1 power, I'm guessing. But, you know, that's gonna take a long time over time anyway. He'd probably be better served just to use orbs on him or something. Like, he has a ton of orbs. Like, he could probably just use some orbs. I bet you he or you could orb every single mythic and then just start working on the legendaries, you know? Just keep doing your Underspire, keep getting those chaos orbs. You know, the tokens would help you along, of course, but I don't know that you need to do it during the vault event. But some people out there, like the 1%ers, maybe. But like making a whole video about it, it's gonna hurt more people than it's gonna help. Unless you put in the title, like, for super high-end players, the 1%ers out there. Which never happens. You're saving your vault keys for the new vault update in 2030? Got them checks, you better cash them. Mark, you have 300 million gold? Dang. That's good. But aren't there some things out there that you don't have? Like, there's something you were talking about not having. Like your kingdom level and power. Up until a certain point, you know, you don't need tokens and stuff like that. You already orbed all your mythics? Tyrion? Wow, nearing completion on legendaries. That's almost like a feather in the cap of my argument, you know? Most of your times in PvP chasing gold marks? It's probably where you should be, yeah. I always say that's the best grindable. For especially high-level players. You're on epics with bronze orbs? Nice. I think the vault keys still give the same as they always gave. I've never seen a difference. Like, I have 31,000 gems. Pretty much everything in the game. Like, I've slacked a little bit lately, so I can't really say I have everything in the game right now, but... my advice is still the same, pretty much. Do Ironhawks on Explorer 1, get as many vault keys as you can. If you don't have Ironhawks, you know, do Rowan, do Atlanta, do Moon Mage. Make sure you know what you're going to get from the merchant before he even pops up. I don't really know that many free-to-play players, Crow. I think Beg for Mercy's free-to-play. And that's the only person I know for sure that's free-to-play. Not that that's anything. I'm just saying, like... keep getting them wisdom orbs, Roxy? Hey. Gotta do it. You know that Chaos Orb isn't a wisdom orb until you pop it. So you gotta get as many as you can and keep popping them. It's just like anything else. Like, if you want the Horde Mimic Mythic, you gotta get as many boss chests as you can. And of course... every time I pop a boss chest, it's a guard medal or whatever. It's the same thing you could say. Every time I pop a Chaos Orb, it's an Orb of Wisdom. Every time I open a boss chest, it's a crappy token. Every time I do a Sentinel, it's not a Sentinel. The only thing you can do is, like, keep going, keep getting them, keep doing it. You know what I mean? If you want the Horde Mimic Mythic, you gotta keep popping those boss chests. If you want certain orbs, you gotta keep popping those Chaos Orbs. If you want the Sentinels, you gotta keep getting Sentinel chests. Nah, Tyrion's cool. He's always saying, like... he agrees with me, he's a high-level player, so there's definitely two different ways to play. Like, if you're super high-end... I just always feel like... my advice is normally for, like, the majority, which I feel is, like, more helpful. If you're a high-end player, you already know what you're doing. Like, you already got there. Like, you don't need my advice. You're just here to chill and hang out with the community. Like, you don't really need advice. You know what I mean? So when I'm giving advice to people, it's for the other people, like the 95%. And people like Tyrion come just to hang out. He don't need advice, so... He actually helps. He's giving advice to other people, you know? Correct me when I'm wrong, and you gotta have those people around too, you know? So I don't know everything. Sometimes I get stuff wrong. You would have been free to play if you hadn't bought Death Knight armor? Hey, I tell people to do that. I would never tell you to be free to play. I say I'm a cheapskate. I'm free to play. I just, you know, I started doing it a long time ago, and I'm just never gonna stop. It is one of those things. I'm never gonna buy anything in this game. I just feel like I can help more people if I'm free to play. Free-to-play people can get advice without having to think, yeah, but he's VIP 15 or VIP 10 or VIP 20. And people that are VIP 15, 10, or 20 can get advice because it all works. All my advice works for everybody. If you're watching somebody, though, that's VIP 10 or 15 or 20, do you not think in the back of your head, but, hey, I'm free to play. This guy's VIP 10. He gets, like, gems every day. He's getting gold every day. He's got Death Knight armor. He's getting free wins in the arena. He gets all these troops from the campaign pass and the kingdom pass, and gets all these extra resources on every time they do an update and put a new path out. Like, I just don't want anybody to be able to think that at all, whether you're buying stuff or not. And I totally recommend buying stuff. I want you to support the devs. I think you should get Death Knight armor. It's smart. See, here we got 2. That happens on the boss chest, which you don't get boss chest very often. At least you're trying not to. Okay, we need brown or yellow. Or skulls. Brown or yellow or skulls? Come on, dummy! It's kind of fun to actually scramble around and try to get brown or yellow or skulls. See how quick I can do it? That was our boss chest, now we can run a gap. Alright, so why did I do that? Because I want my myth stones to be as low as they can be before I run a gap. Because when I run a gap now, I get way more myth stones just being on PlayStation 5. So I'm going to end up... We'll see. You know, I got 4. I bet you I get to at least 69 or something. Nice. And previously on the PlayStation 4, I would probably get to like 60 or... You know, we're talking about 10% here. We're not talking like a major bunch of extra keys and battles and verses and stuff, but it's definitely noticeable. Like, I noticed it immediately on Friday. Like, this is going way faster. I'm getting way more myth stones. I got way more pity keys. I'm getting way more vault keys in general. I'm getting my verses quicker. Like, it's a thing. Let's take a look at my stuff right now. So I got 550 vault keys, but I had some when we came in. So I forget what I had when I came in, though. I think I had like 275. Like, total, maybe, and I didn't have any epics. I don't know, it might have been 375. It's one of the two. I know so far this weekend I've gotten around 200 vault keys, and I haven't really played very much. I haven't played very much, and I've got about 200. I think it's actually more like 250 now. But, I still have 6 gaps. Like, I'm not going super hard at all. Like, on Friday I played for 2 hours maybe. Saturday I played for like an hour or 2 maybe. Today we're playing. And I have 6 gaps. And I got a bunch of vault keys, like... Which, like I said, this is not all from this single vault event. I'd say like half of them are from this vault event. I'm trying for 300, like the bare minimum a high-level player should get. Around 300 vault keys. But let's run a gap now. We've got to switch our team. Go in here. It should be pasted, but I think I might have turned Alright, didn't. Cool. So I can just paste it in. You want to have it nice and ready to go. I usually run one fight just to make sure it's locked in, quote-unquote. Death Knight armor's crazy. The sooner you get it, the better. 100% extra experience, 100% extra gold, 100% extra souls. Having that as soon as possible is so awesome, and I totally recommend it for everybody, especially now that it's only $19.99. You know that armor... How much did it used to be, Tyrion? It was like 50 bucks or something, wasn't it? Wasn't it like 50 bucks back in the day? Or like at least 40 or something. Wasn't it way more? Death Knight armor used to be like way more. They brought the price down, which was super smart. And now it's only $20, so I totally recommend it now. I used to recommend it when it was 50 bucks or whatever it was. Yeah, it used to be 50, Crow. I recommended it back when it was 50, so now that it's more than half, it's less than half, it's only 20. It's $19.99 now. I totally recommend it. Like, yeah. Death Knight armor is the only thing you should buy. Yeah, it was 50 bucks, dude. That's crazy, right? But it was worth it. Epics will be the most time-consuming, Tyrion. I don't know if there's ever going to be a vault update. Can't believe you got that much gold, Mark. That's crazy. Definitely depends what your goals are, you know. But yeah, the only way to get the verse you need is just to do more, faster, and get less distracted, use the right team, be in the right kingdom. It's the only thing you can do. Like, what else you gonna do? Get up and do a rain dance? Or you can't switch kingdoms, that's confirmation bias. Like, switching teams, you're just gonna be slower. Going any other difficulty, you're just gonna be slower. Doing PvP is just gonna be slower. The only thing you can do is do Explore 1, get your nose to the grindstone, and just do Explore 1 harder for longer, and you will get the verse you need. I'm showing you I have 6 gaps, and I'm not even really trying that hard. So, I know, like, I wish I had 10 gaps or 15 gaps, but I use mine. I use them. So, I never let them stack up. It's like, I don't want to get paychecks and just have paychecks sitting there uncashed. So, I always use my gaps. Did I lock it in once? Let's make sure. You know how what I always say, vault keys, I'm starting to have a bunch of vault keys, which I don't like. You know, Beg for Mercy used to talk about how he has like 2,000 vault keys and he's never going to be able to open them all. I'm starting to get there. I have like 500 something. I need to open them. I hate having them just sitting there doing nothing when I could open them and have a bunch of gems or have a bunch of orbs or have a, yeah, something I need. Like, everybody's always going to need gems, because if you have a billion gems, why? Why do you have a billion gems? Why are you not buying stuff? If I had a billion gems, I'd buy every single deed I see, every single metal I see, every single token I see. I would be buying every single thing I see if I had a billion gems. Nobody should have a billion gems because your kingdom level and power is not done. So if you see red deeds, buy them. If you see green deeds, buy them. If you see purple deeds, buy them. If you see Arania token, buy it. If you see guard token, buy it. If you see Nisha token, buy it. If you see Anu token, buy it. Buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. If you have a no one should have a billion gems. So nobody should not have to do the vault event because you need gems. Because if you have a bunch of gems, what are you doing? Why are you not spending them? You're just looking at the money, like you have a bunch of money and you're just rolling around in it like Scrooge McDuck. Like, use it, spend it, get the stuff you need. You need deeds, you need tokens. You're gonna need that stuff, no matter who you are. Tyrion still needs tokens, you know? He should be spending his gems every time he sees tokens, every time he sees deeds. No matter what color they are, no matter what type of token it is, just buy them. And you know how you do that? You do the vault event. You'll see more merchants, and you'll get more gems if you do both of them right. And that's what you need. Nobody doesn't need that. I don't get it. I don't understand why people have like a giant stack of vault keys, or a giant stack of gaps, or a giant stack of gems. Nobody should have that, because you should be opening that stuff, getting gems, and then spending the gems. So, like, I don't know. How is there any person out there who doesn't need to play the vault event correctly doing Ironhawks on Explorer 1? There should be nobody. Unless you have every single kingdom 2030'd. There should be nobody. Nobody out there should not be playing the vault event with Ironhawks on Explorer 1, I feel. Because I feel like it's smarter to hurry up and get the vault keys to get the gems, which you can also get chaos orbs, which you can also get glory orbs and minion orbs and stuff like that while you're getting your gems from your vault keys. You can also get orbs. It's not just gems. It's also gold. It's also other things that you probably need while you're getting a bunch of vault keys, a bunch of verses. Like, you're getting the gems you need to buy the deeds, to buy the tokens, but you're also getting orbs that you can pop and maybe get some glory orbs and minion orbs while you do it. And gold. Big stacks of gold. So, it doesnne make sense to me to do anything else but Ironhawks on Explorer 1. Or if you don't have Ironhawks, you're doing Atlanta or Rowan or Moon Mage, and you're working your way towards Ironhawk. But people play the game differently. Some people are doing awesome, so they don't really need to change the way they're playing. But when you have people doing videos and showing certain things, and then you have thousands of people watching it, and then really only like 100 people should do what they're saying, and the other 900 should not do that because they're not high level enough. They should keep doing the Ironhawks or the Rowan or the Moon Mage or should be a little like asterisks or like a, hey, you know, this is for super high level players now. I don't want everybody else out there doing this. It's gonna ruin your account. You're gonna be way worse off. But for any like super high level people out there, let's go do Explore 12 or whatever. Let's go do PvP. Let's go chase pets. Like, if you're the top 1%, yeah. But for most people watching those videos, when it's thousands of views, only like 100 people should do what they're saying to do. Not every single person. Alright, we gotta do a gap. Gap. I meant like on other people's videos. I obviously don't get thousands, but I'm buried in the YouTube algorithm. Like, they buried me. I'm like David Blaine in a see-through casket with a catheter in my penis. Alright. Let's go run a gap. You do Explore 9? I mean, if you had everything in the game, I would approve. Explore 1 is definitely faster no matter what. Like, it can't get faster than Explore 1. So if you're doing anything else, you're slowing yourself down. There's no advantage to doing... I mean, you might get better tokens, but you don't really need them that bad. You need gems and vault keys way worse. You need orbs way worse. You're just talking about how you keep getting wisdom orbs. Well, if you got more chaos orbs, you would get more of the orbs you need and less wisdom orbs. So I would totally recommend Roxy to do Explore 1 with Ironhawks and not do Explore 9. It's just slowing you down. I don't care if you can clear it in one shot, it's still slowing you down. There's nothing faster than Ironhawks. It's slowing you down. And over time, it adds up. You know? Alright, let me catch up in the chat before... You do Explore 20, Brian? Me too. Crow, you missed work getting Ironhawk? Hey, Rowan is the way to go then until you get it. Or Atlanta or Moon Mage. Like, there's some other good stuff out there that's if you don't have Ironhawk type of deal. Rant away. DK armor's the one thing you should buy, yep. Gym rant, yep. You're in a rare mood, Brian. Hey, I like it. Alright, let's go. So, I don't have the elapsed time up there either. That's another thing we're missing on our live stream. So the chat goes away. Like, it pops up there, I see it. But then it goes away. I don't like that, I wish it would stay. The other thing is there's no elapsed time. Like, there usually is, there's a clock up in the left-hand corner. So we can see, like, I can use that to do my 15 minutes, but, I don't know. I guess I'll use my phone or something this time. We got Cole Sajiro. I use Atlanta and Pharaoh too with Doomsayer and Bronzelock Pistol for more gem explodes at start. Yeah, Atlanta's cool. Atlanta's cool. So if you have Ironhawks, use Ironhawk. But if you don't have 2 or 3 Ironhawks, Atlanta is completely fine. I'm on board with that. You know, I resisted it for a second at first, but if I'm shown proof in my face, I'm not gonna like stick to my guns. Alright, let's go. I don't know how I'm gonna time this, but who cares? Alright, let's see. Let's see how many mist stones I get. We're on 4. I'll see if I can... I wanna get at least like 70 maybe? I'll try to get to 70. That'll just show that we're a little faster. You had your first double Dragonite gnomes? Wow, I've never seen that. I got a, I got Cindy back to back. And I thought that was pretty cool. It wasn't even the same fight. But it was like back to back fights I got Cindy. And Cindy's like always... used to be the one I would always need. And I was like, dude, I got Nomapalooza gnomes back to back, and I got the same one back to back. Like, that's pretty cool. I'm sucking right now. Hold on. I gotta preload these inputs. Alright, I'm holding L1, X. I gotta get used to this controller, too. Ba-ba-ba, boom! Alright, come on, jam the X until I need a new controller. Hold it in, preload inputs. Ready now. And it's loading. Why is it doing that? Double. Wendy's. Biggie bag. Chicken nuggets. French fries. Junior bacon cheeseburger. With a drink for $5? Dave would approve. Double Ironhawk is faster? Yeah. Always, man. Stuff hasn't changed. I know how it is with Gems of War, y'all. We all want something new. We want it to be better. It's not always... It doesn't always happen, though. It's not every single time. If every single time the new thing was better, like... Might as well just not get anything and just keep waiting. Something better is going to come eventually. Yeah, there's a bunch of gem explodes, for sure. That's what I was always saying. With the Atlanta team, you have a gem explode every single fight. Like, how is that faster? Like, we do not have a gem explode every single fight here. The gem, even if the gem explode is like half a second. Gem explodes half a second. Well, how many fights are we doing? We'll say 10 a minute. So let's say we're doing 150 fights. Is that right? Six fights a minute. Whatever. I can't do math on live stream while I'm doing a Nomapalooza. It's like a 6 second fight, so 10 fights a minute, right? And you got 15 minutes, so that's 150 fights. If you cut that in half, it's a whole minute, at least. It's a whole minute slower. Just because of the explode, like... And then sometimes the explode will cascade and be even longer. So we're saying at least a minute slower. So you're missing that whole minute. You're having like a 14-minute Nomapalooza instead of a 15-minute Nomapalooza when you use Atlanta. So there's like, whatever, 10 fights you're missing. So in those 10 fights, what would you have missed out on? At least one vault key. You get 20 vault keys per gap. I'd get like 25 a gap, really. 25 a gap. Man, the servers must be slow right now or something. 25 a gap. That's almost 2 per... So you're missing like 1.5 vault keys, maybe 2 vault keys every gap you do with Atlanta instead of Ironhawk. So if you play the game for however long, we'll keep adding it up. We'll say like 10 vault keys an hour you're missing out on. How many hours did you play? Did you play 10 hours? Now you're missing 100 vault keys because you used Atlanta. Something like that. I'm doing math while I'm doing a gap, while I'm doing a live stream, while I'm trying to read chat. On a new system with a new controller. Something like that, though. You're missing stuff. You're missing some vault keys. Even if it's less than I said, you're still missing. Slower. Whoops. Like, how can anybody think that having explosions at the start of every fight is faster than not having explosions at the start of every fight? Pharaoh Khafre has to do those explosions every single fight. And then sometimes it cascades and does extra turns, and how often does that happen, you know? Like, once a minute maybe it'll cascade and be twice as long? So that's why I kind of rounded up on my math. Sometimes it's going to cascade. Sometimes, like, does she fill every single time, too? I think she fills, like, 99% of the time, but there's that 1%. But then you got Ironhawk, sometimes, you know, stuff survives, so that kind of is a wash. It's kind of like using greed. I feel like using Atlanta instead of Ironhawks is like using greed instead of Sister Superior, but, like, a little bit worse. Because greed only does that one tiny little explosion, and you're still using Ironhawks. People out there suggest to use greed. I used to do that too, but I figured out, like, okay, well, it ain't worth it to use greed because you only get a tiny bit of gold, and you're making every single fight longer, so you're getting less vault keys. And a vault key can drop hundreds of thousands of gold, so who cares about an extra little 50 gold a fight or 100 gold a fight or whatever. This looks way faster off stream. It keeps loading for some reason. I think it's just like I'm streaming and everybody's playing right now. Normally it's faster than this. Like it keeps doing that little, the gems that come up after the fight. It wasn't doing that at all yesterday and the day before. Imagine us on PlayStation 4 though, it'd do it worse. See those gems keep coming up, man? That's crazy. And none of that happened Saturday or Friday. Might be because I'm streaming. You have to level a bunch of classes. That's a good reason. Like, I feel like that's... I was in that spot at one point. Like, I still had to level classes. I think eventually, yeah, you know, depends how many you have left and stuff. You still have to level classes. It's perfectly acceptable to use your hero and just use a team with your hero. And I'd still recommend like Rowan or Atlanta with a weapon or Moon Mage or something if you're gonna level classes. And I don't think that's wrong or anything. Like if you gotta level, you still have a bunch of classes to level, you should be doing that. But then it also, there's a tipping point just like anything else. Like all of a sudden you only have Nightweaver and Knight left, maybe, and you need like gems really bad, or you need something else really bad. Like you could slowly over time just do Knight and Nightweaver, and it probably wouldn't change anything. And you could just go hurry up and get more vault keys and not worry about your classes during vault events at a certain point. If you still got to get like Elementalist to 100 and Titan to 100 and Geomancer and Mechanist and Archer and Thief and Archmagus, and yeah, level your classes for sure. But I feel like there is a tipping point where because I did the same thing. Once I only needed to level like, once I only had like 4 or 5 crappy classes left, I stopped leveling classes during Vault Event. But there are some people that, like, if you're a completionist and you're like, man, I gotta get all these classes to 100, like, I get it. It's kind of like the key thing where you open all your keys as a beginner, but there's a tipping point where you stop doing that because all of a sudden you have, like, every single epic and you got, like, 90% of the legendaries and you have, like, 75% of the mythics, and the more keys you open, the less chance you're going to get something you need, and you got to figure out when that happens for you and stop opening them. Save up your gem keys, save up your guild seals, save up your glory keys for like new mythics then. Or, you know, and then save up your event keys for certain kingdoms for, oh, I need this troop, so I'm going to wait till it's kingdom and use my event keys. Start saving up diamonds, start targeting mythics you need. Same thing as like the dragon egg with Stellaryx. You don't just if you have 0 dragons, you're not gonna like buy the one in the Soul Forge, because you might as well pop an egg and get one you need for less. So when you have like no mythics, you might as well open all your keys because you're gonna get one you need. But at a certain point, when you have 4 or 5 of the dragons, you're not gonna, you know, you don't pop eggs anymore. You kind of just wait for the one you need. But if you have like 0 dragons, you're not gonna craft the dragon for 2,000 when you could just go get one you need. There's a few things in this game that are like that. You gotta just kind of figure out for yourself, like when it's time to stop doing one thing and start doing the other. So you could lump classes in there with that, like getting all classes to 100. Like, do I really need to still be doing this when I only have like 2 classes left? Like, I should probably go hard and get all my vault keys, all the vault keys and verses I can with my fastest Ironhawk team, than leveling classes now. So all I need is Nightweaver and Knight. I got everything else to 100. I'll just equip Nightweaver for everything else I do in the game. Which also is kind of like pets, you know? I'm getting every single pet every single time, except for during the vault event. And that includes epic trial pets, faction pets. That's just like cracks me up. I don't get it when somebody's out there stopping and doing pets during the vault event, but they won't do epic trials. There are people out there that do that, or they don't get the faction pet. Like, what are you doing, bro? The vault event is only 3 days every once in a while. How come you didn't get your faction pet and your epic trial pet, but you're so ready to stop the vault event to go get some random pet? There are people out there that do that. I don't know who it is or what, but I guarantee it. There's people right now who don't have this epic trial pet, but they're stopping and doing pets during their vault event, which is just hilarious. Or they don't have their faction pet from this kingdom, but they're stopping and doing pets right now during the vault event. Which is funny to me. Like, you only need so many pets per kingdom. Like, but then again, you got the completionist people that they want all their classes to 100. They want every single pet. Like, you can't tell them nothing because they're doing their thing that they do. You know, they're OCD. It'd be like me in Dark Souls, like, hey, you don't have to go get that item that's up there, you know, it's just this. And I still go get it. Because I want to get everything. Sometimes you can't tell, like, achievement hunters nothing, you can't tell completionists nothing, people with OCD, you can't tell them nothing. They're going to keep doing it the way they're doing it, because they want to, I got to get all my classes to 100, I got to get all my pet, I got to get every single pet. I don't care what he's saying. I'm just telling you the best way to play the game. That I know from playing it for however many years now, 7 or 8 years. I feel like I always say a year longer than I've actually been playing. Same with YouTube. I thought I was going on my 8th year, but I think it's like my 7th. Or maybe I'm going on my 8th and I said my 9th. Cody, how's it going? See what you said. So if I don't have Ironhawks, when's the best time to try for it? Yeah, during Adana week, save all your event keys. It's tough. The best way to get Ironhawk is to save all your event keys and save all your diamonds. And just save them for Ironhawk. It's hard though, I get it. You see something else in the Soul Forge and you're like, ooh! Ooh, you know, like, Barrow Cafru, ooh! And then you spend your diamonds, and then guess what's going to come next week? Ironhawk. That might be a bad example, like, okay, you see Arachnian Weaver, you see Lord of Slaughter, you see Tina. You say, ooh, I don't have that one. And I got 4,000 diamonds, baby. And you craft it. Guess what's coming next week, though, if you do that? Ironhawk. So you got to be very patient and, like, save your diamonds and just... You're getting Ironhawk. I don't care what pops up. Don't even look at the Soul Forge. Look at it, see if there's Ironhawk, and then if there's not, don't look at the rest of the stuff. Like, your diamonds are for Ironhawk. Who cares what else is in there? Don't even look. See that? 76. Is on live stream, talking to the chat, and I still got 76 Mythstones. We had 4. I got 72 Miststones. I never get that many on PlayStation 4, so that's what the title of the stream is about. Like, I'm on PlayStation 5 now. I'm getting more Vault Keys. I'm getting more Verses. And it's because I'm not on PlayStation 4 anymore. PlayStation 4 is way slower. The loading screen takes like twice as long. Maybe even the matchups are not as smooth or whatever, like Crow said. I don't know. I've noticed, though, that 100% the loading bar goes way faster. And there's so many loading bars when you're doing verse hunting or gaps. There's more loading than there are fights. So if the loading bar's faster, if it's twice as fast, I gotta be doing more. I guarantee you if I was on PlayStation 4 right now, we would have like 60 something Mythstones. And Mythstones, who cares? I don't care about Mythstones. It's just like it's kind of like trophies. It shows you how activity. It shows you how many fights you did. It's a good indicator of I'm doing more fights because I got more Mythstones. Like, I'm not, like, celebrating that I got 76 Miststones. Like, I don't care about the Miststones. It's the fact that I got way more, which shows that I did more fights, which means that I'm faster now. So tell me you're getting... If you're getting 76 Miststones during your gap, with whatever team you're using, on Explore 1, I guess, then more power to you. But, you know, that's the whole title thing is. I'm on PlayStation 5 now, it's faster, I'm getting more Vault Keys, I'm getting more verses. I'm sorry that it's not anything you can, like, do right this second, but it's a cool thing that I always thought. I always thought, you know, I'm so much slower. Like, I watch Tacit, I watch him do the Vault event, and I'll be playing at the same time as him, watching him. And he's doing the Vault event, I'm doing the Vault event, he's doing a gap, I'm running a gap, we start them at the same time. He's, like, on Battle 10 while I'm on Battle 7. Like, what the heck, dude? My loading bar is so much slower. How come he got 25 Vault Keys and I got 20? How come he got 27 and I got 24? You know? Well, his system's faster, his load bar is faster. It has nothing to do with skill. It's about, like, just having faster stuff. I could probably go get a world record on speedrun.com now, you know? If I wanted to. Just because loading bars, not because of skill. But anyway, how many did we get? I don't know, because I didn't really pay attention to what we had beforehand. Got 2 pity keys. I'll catch up in the chat, I'm sorry. When I'm running a gap, it's hard to get the chat as it happens. Alright, we have 582 Vault Keys right now. We still have 5 gaps. So yeah. No, I don't know if I started with 282 or 382. But I've gotten 200 or 300 Vault Keys so far. Not playing very much. I'm playing like a respectable bare minimum amount so far. Nothing crazy, not as much as I want to, but an okay amount. Funky Town's been a member for 42 months. Alright, so how much longer are we going to go today? Alright, let's catch up in the chat here. Funky Town says, I use Ruby with the 50% start Cedric, Greed, and Leprechaun. Cody says, thank you, your channel has helped a lot for playing even though I'm level 1200 on iOS. Hey, level doesn't matter as much these days just because it's so easy to level. I'm not, like, downplaying your level or anything like that. I just noticed it on my new account playthrough. Like, you get so much more experience. It's crazy. Like, if you're level 1200, you know, 4 years ago, you would be level 800. Like, there's so much, like, experience. Like, hero level doesn't really indicate, like, where you're at in the game. You could still be a beginner at level 1200 these days. So don't feel bad that you're level 1200 and you don't have a certain thing. Like, hero levels are bloated these days, so, you know, don't feel bad. But, yeah, just keep hoarding your event keys and waiting for an Adana week. There's certain sites out there you can go to that will show you, like, what kingdoms are coming up soon. Like, the calendar shows us the next, like, 4 weeks. I don't know. Terran's World went away, and that's what I used to look at. It's not around anymore, but you used to be able to look forward at what kingdoms were coming soon. So you could see, like, oh, we're having Adana 7 weeks from now. So I need to save my event keys. I need to go hard. I need to... Because Adana's coming in 7 weeks, so I'm going to save all my event keys until then. And then I'm going to try for Ironhawk. And that's a targeted approach at getting a mythic that you actually want. Making the drop table smaller and making the chances higher that you actually get it. If you're just opening random chests, every single mythic is in the drop table. 100 plus mythics are in the drop table. So if you're just opening gem keys and glory keys and guild seals, you have like a 1% chance on top of a 1% chance that you're going to get the mythic you actually need. If you save event keys and wait for the Kingdom's Week, now there's only 2, 3, 4 mythics in the drop table. And your chances are like now 25% instead of 1% on top of 1%, which is like a 0.5% or something. Who knows? Less than 1% chance that you're going to get the mythic that you actually need if you're going to sit there and open glory keys, gem keys, guild seals, and hope for Ironhawk. It's like a less than 1% chance that you're going to get it. even if you get a mythic, let's say you got a mythic with, you're getting a mythic. You opened gem keys, you opened guild seals, you opened glory keys, you get a mythic. You rolled that, you get a mythic. Now you have a 1% chance that it's actually Ironhawk. Like, even if you get a mythic, now you have a 1% chance that you actually get the one you want, Ironhawk. So it's way smarter to, like, save all your... Eventually, you know, like, if you still need every single mythic, you're going to just keep opening your keys, because you could get something cool. But save your event keys up, wait for an Adana week, now you have a 25% chance, or whatever it is. Like, we could even look. Like, what's the percent chance of getting Ironhawk on an Adana week? But the cool thing about Ironhawk, too, is if you miss Ironhawk, there's so many other cool things in Adana. It's just so smart to save all your event keys for Adana if you don't have Ironhawk. Because if you miss, you still get cool stuff. There's other kingdoms out there where, like, Pharaoh Khafre is awesome, but if you miss, you get nothing. Or whoever else is awesome, but if you miss, you get nothing. Adana is so smart because if you miss, you still get cool stuff. So you save up, you got 1, 2, 3 mythics. You have a 33% chance. It's even higher than I thought. You have a 33% chance of getting Ironhawk if you just wait for an Adana week with your event keys. 33%. This isn't immortal. It's not in the drop table, so it doesn't count. Sparkinator sucks, but even if you miss and get Tina, Tina is nice. Like, you would be happy to get Tina if you miss Ironhawk and you don't have Tina. Tina's good. So you have like a 66% chance during an Adana week to get a good mythic. And you have a 33% chance to get the one you actually want, Ironhawk. So save up your event keys for Adana, period, if you don't have Ironhawks. The only time I would not, like, if you don't have Leprechaun and you see a Bright Forest week and you're a super duper beginner, yeah, throw event keys and get your Leprechaun maybe. But other than that, I think everybody should just save all their event keys until they get an Adana week. And then if you somehow miss Ironhawk, you're going to get Tina. You're going to get Tesla. Tesla's amazing. It's like the best legendary in the entire game. And it's an Adana troop, so if you miss Ironhawk, you get Tesla. If you miss Ironhawk again, you get a second Tesla. Like, who cares? Like, that's awesome. If you miss again, you get Tina. Oh, darn. You know, they're awesome. And there's even Bork here. Bork's an amazing mana generator if you use Mechanist as your hero class. 50% start Bork. 6 mana cost. Get your whole team up with 1 destroy. Bork is awesome, too. So Adana, if you miss, is just really good. You got Clockwork Sphinx here for your Rowan team. I know you get it through, like, quests and stuff, and maybe you want to fully ascend it or something. Like, you got Clockwork Sphinx there. You got Bork, you got Tesla, you got Tina, and you got Ironhawk. And General, is this guy good? No, he's not good. But anyway, Karnax is okay. Then the other way you target Ironhawk, this is pretty much Crow's video for Patreon without actually doing it, but the other way you get Ironhawk is save diamonds. Save up your diamonds. Soulforge. This is on a rotation. You will get Ironhawk one day. It's not totally random or something. It goes through every single mythic. It's gonna be Ironhawk one day. So if you have 8,000 diamonds or 12,000 diamonds, you will get Ironhawk, I promise. But it's on a rotation. It goes through every single mythic. So let's say there's 100 mythics, which there's more than 100, but there's only 4. There's 4 every week. And most of y'all know this, but hey, I'm explaining how to get Ironhawk. And so we got Aquaticus this week, right? We got Archdeva. We got Tourmaline. And we got Midwinter Lycan. So those 4 are our mythics for this week, for the Soulforge. Next week, they will not be there. Those 4 will be out of the drop table for Soulforge. They put all the mythics in a pool. It's like a claw machine. So all the mythics go into the claw machine. They pull 4 at random. They pulled Midwinter Lycan at random. They pulled Tourmaline at random. They pulled Archdeva at random. And they pulled Aquaticus at random with the claw machine. And those are the 4 we get this week. But next week, they're out of the machine. They're not in there now. So they can't be pulled again. So everything else is still in the machine. Now they're going to pull 4 random mythics next week with the claw machine. But these 4 are out of there. So you're not going to get these again. But Ironhawk is still in the machine. He's in there somewhere. You just gotta wait for the claw to pull out Ironhawk. Eventually, they'll go. The whole machine will be empty, right? Or let's say you haven't seen Ironhawk in a while. There'll be like 10 mythics in the machine, and it's gotta pull Ironhawk eventually. You know, and like the more time that goes by, the higher the chance you're gonna get Ironhawk because there's less mythics in the machine. So the claw is gonna go in there and get Ironhawk one of these days. Until there's 0 mythics in the machine, and then they put all of them back in the machine. Once they pull every single mythic out of the claw machine, then they put all of them back in it. So sometimes it'll be a situation where the claw machine's entirely full with every single mythic. They pull Ironhawk out on the first week somehow, and you don't get it because you don't have enough diamonds. And now Ironhawk's out of the machine for a long time because it's got to pull all the other mythics out first before they put Ironhawk back in there. Right? So now they pull every single other mythic out of the claw machine. Ironhawk was in the first pull. So he's been out of the machine for a while. Yeah? So they got to pull every single other one out of the claw machine until there's none. Then they put Ironhawk back in with everybody else. And then they pull him at random again. So you might not see Ironhawk for a while. Because he got pulled first. And then he got put back in with everybody else after we've seen all of them. And now he's at the bottom somewhere, just like trying to get... you never get... They're pulling for, it's not him. They're pulling for, it's not him. They're pulling for, it's not him. He's at the bottom of the machine. So sometimes it feels like it's forever. Like it takes 50 weeks to see Ironhawk in the freaking Soul Forge. But it's because he got pulled early. And then they had to pull all the rest of them out. Then they had to put them all back in. And then he gets pulled late. So that's why sometimes it feels like way longer than it should be. But you should see him like every 25 weeks or so. You know, every 6 months or so, you should see Ironhawk in the Soul Forge. Which is plenty of time to save up diamonds. To get Ironhawk, to get 2, to get 3. You should, if you do the vault event correctly, you play the game right, you should have enough diamonds by the time you see Ironhawk. And if you don't get them the first time, that's just more time for you to save up, you know, just be patient. Be patient. I know, like, Pharaoh Khafre is tempting, you know, there's stuff that's very tempting. And maybe not even wrong to get, but if you want Ironhawk, you really got to be patient and save. But that's the 2 ways to get it for sure. Like, target, be smart, save up your event keys, save up your diamonds. You will get it eventually. But, of course, you know, just opening random chests, you could just happen to get it. You know, like, if you're just opening random chests, you could hit that 1% chance. But that's like going to the gas station, getting a scratcher, trying to win the lottery. And that's your plan, your financial plan for your life is to just do scratchers at the gas station. That's opening chests and hoping for Ironhawk, you know. Gem chests, glory chests, guild seals. You're the guy going to the gas station getting scratchers, and that's your whole financial plan for your 401k, your retirement plan is to do scratchers. That's the person trying to grab Ironhawk with random keys. Like right now, it's not even possible because there's a new mythic in the drop table. We got that dragon right now. So it's not even possible right now. Only 3 out of the 4 weeks is it even possible to get Ironhawk via random keys. And then it's a 1% chance on top of a 1% chance that you're going to get it anyway during those 3 weeks. So it's just not a good way to try for Ironhawk, is to just randomly open gem keys or glory keys or guild seals. So once you get like a certain amount of mythics, certain amount of legendaries, you should just stop. Like quit opening your gem keys, quit opening your guild seals, just wait for new mythics. So then you get a good one that fairy fires all enemies, or you get a Pharaoh Khafre that is awesome in meta right now and you need 3 copies of it, or you get a Takshaka that's awesome that you need 3 copies of, and that's when you use your keys. You don't just keep opening them, doing scratchers, hoping to get your 401k, leave money to your kids. Like, you save up your keys for the good new mythics, like Pharaoh Khafre, Takshaka, Fairy Fire all enemies, Dragon, like, instead of just blowing them and not getting Ironhawk, just, I'm going to keep opening until I get it. Nah, like, save up event keys, save up diamonds, that's the way to go. It just takes patience, but you will get it 100%, I guarantee it. If you have 8,000, 12,000 diamonds, just put them to the side, write Ironhawk on it, and don't use them. And then, hey, save up another 4,000, and then you can get whatever you want. Put the 8k to the side, or put the 12k to the side. Doesn't mean you never get to get a mythic again in your entire life. Like, save up another 4k, and then get whatever you want. But don't touch the 8k, don't touch the 12k. Event keys, though, you're just going to have to save up and never touch, because they're so hard to get. I mean, look how many I have. Barely any. And I'm free to play. I used to have like 5,000. I could never get above like 5,000 event keys. I don't know. So it must be a free to play problem or something, because it's tough for me to ever get any event keys ever. Like the most I've ever had is 6,000, and then I blew 4,000 of them trying for something. It was Pharaoh Khafre or Takshaka or some pay mythic that I didn't get because it was a pay mythic. Like that's what I blew them on. But like I don't need Ironhawk. I don't need Pharaoh Khafre, so I'm not saving up for that stuff. I'm saving up for stuff I missed. But anyway, that's my how to get Ironhawk story there. Noonday Shadow, how's it going? Vault events aren't even fun for me anymore. I only get maybe 1 or 2 Nomapaloozas. I have 1, Song 2, and around 20 of each of the others. Hope you guys have a good week. I explained how to get it, you know? I explained how to get the verse you need. You gotta stay, if you're not doing all of these things, you have to stay in the same kingdom. You have to use the fastest team, Ironhawk. You have to do nothing else except for that. Okay, you don't stop and do PvP, you don't stop and do pets, you don't jump around to different kingdoms, you don't switch to different teams. You have to sit here and do Explore 1 with your Ironhawks, and that's it. You don't do nothing else. If you want the verse that you need, you would sit here, and that's all you would do. You would do this all day. If you stop and do a pet, if you go to Explore 9, if you use Atlanta, and you don't have the verse, I don't feel bad because you're not doing like I'm telling you how to do it. You don't listen. I'm not talking about Noonday Shadow, just anybody out there, because Noonday Shadow could be doing it perfectly, and I don't know that. Shout out to Noonday Shadow, you're the man. But look, I just got the one I need. This happens whenever I'm talking and like explaining exactly how to do stuff, and then it pops right up on the screen and shows you proof. That's the one I need right there, the green one. That's the one I need. That's because I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, if you don't believe me now, like, when are you gonna ever believe me? Like, just do what I tell you to do. You're gonna get the stuff you want, the stuff you need. That's all, you know? And that's, of course, coincidental and just good luck right there, but I just feel like that's the world showing you to listen to me, to trust me. There you go. I got the verse I needed right now. And that happens a lot on my streams. I say, this is the way you do it. Just do it like this. I promise you'll get what you need, and then boom, it pops up on the screen. That's the verse I needed right there. So I feel like, you know, you have no room to complain if you're doing anything differently. If you're sitting here doing this all day, every day, and you're not getting the verse you need, you have room to complain. And all you can really do is just do it more. There's no, like, trick or rain dance or switching kingdoms or switching teams or none of that. None of that works. It's confirmation bias when it does work. Stupid soul gnome. Maybe I should try, one of y'all's kingdoms. Every once in a while that guy survives, but not a big deal. Madonna just has no mystics and no elves. It does have a couple, like the Karnak survives every once in a while. But you'll see, like, me do, like, 50 fights here with no problem. It's just every once in a while. Alright, what else we got? You gotta enjoy playing, that's true. Cody says, I've only been playing for 120 days, 287 event keys so far. This weekend was watching you, 1404 out of 1590 troops. Only been playing for 120 days, 287 event keys so far this weekend. Nice. That's good. Event keys are hard, man. Save them up. They're not really like... Event keys aren't the same as the other keys for real. Event keys you're only going to use every once in a while. Like, twice a year. Like, glory keys, gem keys, guild seals, you're going to use, like, once a month at least. Like, maybe more, depending on where you're at in the game. Like, if you're a beginner, you're open to all of them, right? If you're mid-game, you're probably still opening a lot of them. Eventually, even as an end-game player, we're opening our gem keys, our guild seals, our glory keys, at least once a month, you know, for the new mythic. But event keys are totally different. You should only be opening them like once or twice a year. Like you save them up and then you target certain things. They're not the same. It's kind of like shiny keys. Think of event keys more like shiny keys. You should not open your shiny keys because eventually they're going to add better stuff in there. Like right now there's nothing good in shiny keys. Why are you opening them? You trying to like completely shiny Tesla's engine or something? Like what are we trying to completely shiny with the shiny key? Why are you opening all your shiny keys right now? Like why? There's like 3 good troops in the shiny key drop table, maybe. You know? What are we doing? It's the same thing as event keys. Shiny keys, event keys, same thing. They're not the same as glory keys, gem keys, gold keys, you know, guild seals. They're on the same screen, but treat them differently. Treat your event keys and your shiny keys differently than you treat your other keys. Event keys, don't touch them. Don't touch them. If you already have Ironhawks, maybe you need Caffroo. If you already have Ironhawks and Caffroo, maybe you need Takshaka. If you already have Ironhawks, Caffroo, Takshaka, maybe you need High King Iron Gut. Like, save them up for something. Like, don't just blow them. Most people are saving them up for Ironhawks, if they're following my advice, but there's probably people out there saving them up for the next time Caffroo comes through, or people saving them up for the next time Takshaka comes through or something. But treat your event keys completely different than your glory keys, your gem keys, your guild seals, your gold keys. They're different. They're not the same. You don't just open them once a week or once a month. You gotta open them once a year, twice a year maybe. They're very, it's a target thing. It's like a sniper instead of a machine gun. Like gold keys and glory keys are machine guns. It's like fra fra fra, you know. But your event keys is like sniper, you know. I don't know. I'm trying to make noises. Event keys are sniper, man. Diamonds are sniper. You gotta wait for that shot. You're laying there. You gotta wait for the guy to come out. You gotta see him. Make sure he's the guy. Comes out of the house eventually one day. You're sitting there for 6 months waiting for this dude to come out of the house with your sniper rifle. Here comes Ironhawk walking out of the house on the phone with a giant beard. Boo! You get him. Get him. You don't just run up to the house with a machine gun. That's not how to get it. He's going to run away. He's going to go in his underground bunker. Yeah? He's going to go in the tunnels. He's out of here. If you run up to the house with your machine gun, it's like... There goes Ironhawk. He's down in the tunnels. He's running away. You got to wait. You got to be out there in the grass with your ghillie suit on. You know, peeing through a catheter. Yeah? Your sniper rifle, waiting. Waiting and 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 waiting. Be patient. Be a sniper. Be a sniper. Get that headshot when he walks out of the house. You don't just run up to the house like Rambo. He's gonna run away. Stop it. Scorfindel here. What up, dude? Tyrion says, I'm a 1400 vault keys. Never time to open them these days. That's gonna happen too. That's a whole nother problem. Don't let it happen to you. No purple orbs, vault keys, gaps. There's things in this game. If you don't keep on top of them, they're going to stack up, and then you're never going to have time to open them. You know? If you stack up 100 gaps, times that by 15 minutes, that's how much time you're going to have to invest in the future. Don't do it. Vault keys. If you stack up 1,000 vault keys and it takes you like 30 seconds per vault key, or whatever, probably doesn't, you know, maybe 15 seconds a vault key. But every 4 vault keys, that's a minute. Okay? And now you what, like 250 minutes? So you're going to have to invest like 4 hours of your time to open all your vault keys now? And keep on top of them. That way you don't have that happen ever. Like, open your vault keys, do your gaps, pop your purple orbs, save a couple. Purple orbs, you got to save a couple just in case you get... Maybe one week you're having an off week and you need some seals for your guild to make sure like you don't get kicked out of your guild. But that's like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Pop the rest of them because there's nothing else to do with them anyway. Just pop them. Because you don't want to have like 600 purple orbs to open one day and you're going to be sitting there all day just popping purple orbs. There's nothing fun about that at all. It's not like you get something cool. You're just getting seals. Cody says, my main team is Wand of Stars, Queen Beatrix, Manticorus, and Leprechaun. Elementalist, level 100. Doesn't sound too bad. I like Queen Beatrix. I like the Wand. I like Leprechaun. You know? I'd probably say do, Venoxia instead of Manticorus, but hey, if it's working for you. Sana says Adana Week is far, far away, so stack up. Gives you more time. Takes forever to stack event keys. I would not want Adana Week to be in like 3 weeks, because I would have like 300 event keys, and that would not be enough. You know, with 3 mythics, you're going to want at least 3,000 to get Ironhawk. And then if you want 3 Ironhawks, you're going to want to have like 9,000 or something. Remember to like and subscribe. Yeah. Mark says, remember you did 5 legendary tasks and got us Ironhawk, Cindy? Dude, that was crazy. That's like a very small chance. Like, I got super lucky. As much as I tell, like, you guys that I have bad luck, like, I do get lucky here and there. Like, all my luck gets concentrated into, like, very rare circumstances. I don't know. Like, getting the PS5 and the laptop. That was one of my lucky things, you know? But every other day, I have $0 and getting beat down. Koi Sorjiro is diamond and souls is needed to craft Ironhawk. It's I think, is it just diamond? I don't remember. It's diamonds for sure. It's 4,000 diamonds. Is there some other thing you got to give when you're doing that? It's been so long that I've not had enough. Okay, yeah, 20,000 souls and 10 celestials. You should have those though. Like by the time you save up enough diamonds, there's no way you're not gonna have 20,000 souls and 10 celestials, you know? Don't spend your souls or celestials if you're worried about it. Like, while you're saving up your diamonds, don't spend souls or celestials either. Until you have enough. And the amount of time it'll take you to save up diamonds for Ironhawks to get 2 or 3 of them, there's no way you're not getting 10 celestials and 20,000 souls too. Unless you're, like, blowing your celestials or blowing your souls while you're saving up diamonds. So, it's a good point, though. It's a good point to make sure you have enough celestials, make sure you have enough souls too. It's never been an issue for me, but, you know, it's a good point. It's part of the recipe. Sana says, next Guild Wars, we're getting shiny Arthemia. New cycle of Soulforge has began too. Why am I hunting Santa? Imperial Deeds worth 250 gems. Okay, you know, if you, that's a hard one. I still don't buy them because I don't need them. But, you know my thoughts on Imperial Deeds and what everybody did back in the day, and I didn't do. So I'm like a special case that followed my own advice. So I have plenty of Imperial Deeds to use for my kingdoms, because I didn't 16 everything. I left them all on 15. Because I knew this would happen, and I warned everybody. I'm like, you shouldn't... Like, nobody wants more Mythstones now, you know? Back then they did, but... Now, like, more Mythstones is a bad thing, because it makes you get to boss chests faster, and your vault event is not as good, because you keep hitting boss chests faster, like... And you wasted all your Imperial Deeds by 16ing every single kingdom. That's a lot. That's a lot of Imperials, you know? And now you have none. And now when you actually need to do something with Imperials, you don't have them. So, are they worth 250 gems? It depends who you are. I'd say if you accidentally did that, you might want to buy them. If you have lots of gems, you'd probably buy Imperials if you need them. And me, I might buy them one day, but right now I have no need, because I can... You know, you see how it costs 3? And some people did every single kingdom. Can you believe it? They did every kingdom to 16. 3. That's 3 of them times 38 or whatever. That's so many. It's over 100 Imperials that they don't have now. I have 131. You know, my Imperials will keep up with my level 20s, because it takes forever to get enough books anyway. Same thing with like the souls and the celestials versus the diamonds. Like, you're gonna have enough as long as you don't blow them along the way. As you save up diamonds, you're gonna have the celestials, you're gonna have the souls, unless you're blowing celestials and souls while you're saving up diamonds. Same thing here. I'm gonna have the Imperials because the amount of time it's gonna take me to get those books, I'm gonna be steadily getting Imperials and not spending them. I need 29 to do this. I could still do 4 kingdoms But it's going to take me forever to do 4 kingdoms. So by the time I need to do 5 kingdoms, I should have enough for 5. And by the time I need to do 6, I should have enough for 6. But if I see myself getting low, I would probably buy them, yeah. So super high level people should buy Imperials. And then, like, if you accidentally did the every kingdom to 16 thing, you might want to buy them to get your stack back up. But, like, beginners, you probably don't need them that bad. Like, what are you spending them on? Like, getting your kingdoms, like, leveled, like, kingdom power and level is a thing you do throughout the game as you level up. You're not going to do it all when you're level 100. You're not going to do it all when you're level 500. You're not going to do it all when you're level 1,000. It's like a progressive thing that happens over time as you get higher level, you know? So don't worry if you can't do a certain kingdom right now. You don't need to go out of your way to, like, hurry up and get Imperials or hurry up and get whatever. Like, it happens if you play the game right and you do everything and you do it, like, everything you're supposed to be doing. You should be leveling your kingdom levels and power, like, appropriately for your level and not, like, trying to force it. You know, get your magic kingdoms up, get them to the soft caps, get your get everything to the soft caps, and then start eyeballing your next soft cap. And then, you know, when you get to a certain level, you'll hit those soft caps, and then start eyeballing your next soft cap. And when you get to a certain level, you'll get that one. You can't, like, force it, though. Like, you're not going to force kingdom level and power. It's just something you do over time as you level up. Yeah. So don't be, like, trying to, I gotta get, no matter what I do, I'm going to get whatever kingdom, Silverglade. I'm gonna go out of my way to power through Silverglade and get it to 20, and I'm gonna blow every single gem I have to buy every single purple book, and I'm gonna blow every single gem I have to get every single Imperial deed, and I'm gonna pop all my glory to get enough gold. And nah, don't do that. Like, it's not worth it. It'll happen eventually. Just let it happen. Don't force it, you know? Go to the path of least resistance eventually. You know, do them in the right order and go to soft caps, but once you get to, like, the point where I am, I'm just doing, like, path of least resistance now, so I'm working on Forest of Thorns. If I see green deeds, I'm buying them. You know, that's all I'm doing. I'm not forcing, I'm not going to force Silverglade. I'm not going to sit here and, you know, buy purple books with money, and, you know, I might do purple, but, like, maybe that's a bad example, but I'm not going to, like, force Urskaya. Like, I'm doing Forest of Thorns right now. Maybe I'm buying purple books and green books, but I'm not going to sit here and also, like, buy every brown book I see. I don't have enough gems for that. So that's what I was saying earlier. If you have 1 billion gems, why aren't you buying every single deed you see, every single Imperial deed, every single token? You should not have 1 billion gems, because nobody has every single thing fully leveled to 20. Yeah? So nobody out there should have 1 billion gems unless they have every single kingdom to 20. Mark says I have over 900 vault keys, waited for Stellark so I could one-shot through them, but even then I got bored. Yeah, just keep up with it a little bit. Brian says, wish they would shiny the old Journey troops. Hey, they started shining, like, I was happy to see them shiny Shegra. I thought that was cool. But it's going to come in slowly. You know, just because they added Shegra, which is not even in the drop table yet, so don't be opening your shiny keys. He's not there yet, because he's new, and he's, like, for pay stuff. So he's not there yet. But imagine, like, your shiny keys right now, there's nothing good in there. Like, what is there? And even if you say, like, a couple of them, there's 100 other troops that are trash. So your drop table is very small. Now, you could mention, like, oh, there's Slug Hoarder, and Jeweled Golem, and Egress, and Shegra, and this other one. That's 5, though. That's 5. And there's, like, 100 something in there, probably. So you have a 5% chance. And then there's other thing. When you pop your shiny keys, you don't even get, like, you're not going to get what you want, basically. There's too much other crap in there. So let's at least wait until there's more cool stuff in there to try for. It's like waiting with your event keys. That's why I equate event keys and shiny keys. Let's wait for Adana. That way there's Tina and Ironhawk and Tesla and Bork and Clockwork Sphinx. Let's not blow them when there's just one good thing in there, and you're probably going to get crap. Like, wait till there's, like, a bunch of good stuff in there. So I've been saving my shiny keys. I'm waiting until there's a bunch of cool stuff in there. Like, I blew 100 for a video. If I didn't blow 100 for a video, I'd probably have 600 shiny keys right now, or whatever. Which I don't even know if that's a lot. But I haven't spent them, I'm not spending them. Like, back when, and also, they hadn't nerfed Journey troops yet. So, back when the Journey troops weren't nerfed, you were fine to open shiny keys because you could get like fully shinied Egress or fully shinied Suraluin or something like that. Their mana cost goes down, their gem spawn goes up. It was worth it. But once they nerfed them, now there's nothing in there, you know, except for like 2 or 3 that are worth shining anyway. So you want to save them up, and so they put Shegra in there, they put Tesla in there maybe, they put whatever in there, you know, you want some cool stuff in there before you're blowing your shiny keys. Same reason you save your event keys until there's a cool kingdom with cool stuff in the kingdom. You don't just open them all the time when you get them. I know it's tough, but sometimes you got to save stuff up and wait. I wish they would shiny the old troops too, Brian. They started though with Shegra, so that was like the coolest thing about the update for me was the shiny Shegra. I was like, woo! Hey, they're starting to do it. Sana says it's a power level quest to level Kingdom up to 16. Cody says I will try Venoxy instead of Manticoris, only using Manticoris for Blue Storm and submerged opponents, with it being nice to cut opponents' mana. You can do like Archer class for Green Storm. If you're using your weapon, you're using your hero, you can use like Archer, Green Storm. Now you got Queen Beatrix and Venoxia both doing green. They're both throwing green up there, and you got a Green Storm. And that'll help you loop. Manticoris is cool though, he just only hits 3 enemies. But the Ice Storm was a good idea. Brian says those loopy journey troops is what got me to level and farming I needed when I didn't have the meta troops. Yeah, it helped a lot of people back in the day when you could just loop stuff to death, and I always mentioned those as like my low-level teams, and yeah. I'm working on a video right now. It has something to do with that a little bit. Self-sufficient, what up, Ruben? How's it going, dude? I'm probably going to get out of here. If you have anything, let me know. I think we're done for the day. I don't even know how long I went because I don't have the elapsed time. I got to figure that out. Hey, almost 2 hours. Not bad. 2 years ago. Did I open off? Did you opening at the beginning of the stream? I didn't do a key opening, no. What should I did a key opening? I did a key opening for the Mythic on Friday. I have a video out there. I know like it's hard to find. It's YouTube. Buries me, dude. I'm like the most buried Gems of War YouTuber there is, probably. Unless you just, you know, of the ones that are monetized and have been doing it for years and years and years. I know there's some out there that have been trying and they're not monetized and, you know, they're smaller channels. Of course they're going to be buried but I was at the top at one point. So, you know, I'm not some person that's just starting out and trying to get to 1,000 subs, or I was at the top and now I'm buried. That's weird. That's weird to me. Like, why are they burying me? Like, what's going on? But it is what it is. I don't know. You guys keep it going. If it wasn't for you guys, this channel would be dead because YouTube buries the crap out of me. I don't know. It doesn't show my videos to nobody. So you gotta like come to the channel and just know what's up, pretty much. I was at the top when you started, Brian. Yeah, like 2 or 3 years ago. It's probably been longer now. I don't even know. I remember it. I just remember it because I had more views and I didn't have like Taz had more subs and has always had more subs than me. But there was a point in time where I was getting the most views of everybody, and it was like a nice little 6 months. I think it was during the pandemic, which is kind of like, you know, you could say that as like, hey, yeah, but that was during the pandemic, you know. Your numbers were higher because of that, but other people were still here. Like, they were still around, so they could have got higher numbers too. Everybody could have got higher numbers, and I was the one with the most. So it was like even playing field. YouTube isn't burning you at other streams that shall not be named. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. They could be. I don't know. I just know I'm getting buried, that's all. Somebody's burying me. But I think I'm gonna cut it there, y'all. I might stream tomorrow, honestly, because Mrs. Senny's got a vacation coming. It's like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I don't know when we're gonna be able to stream again, so I might stream tomorrow. But don't think I'm gonna just start streaming all the time, because I've been streaming more. You know, it's gonna have to be, you know, it's got to be, make sense. It's gonna have to make sense, but I might stream tomorrow, and, because I can't Tuesday. And I kind of want to start streaming maybe Tuesdays and Sundays, if it's, you know, if it works. If it makes sense, I might start streaming thinking about it. I might. I might start streaming Tuesdays and Sundays. Is what I'm thinking. But it has to make sense, you know? If it don't make sense, you know, it is what it is. But we'll go back to February or March or whatever it was where we did. We'll go back to March if it don't make sense, but you know, if it makes sense for all of us, then I'll do maybe Tuesday, Sunday live streams. Tuesday would be like weekly preview, faction, all that stuff. Monday I'd do the team video, and then Sundays we just have whatever. We do whatever, you know, live stream, rant and rave, and do the weekend event. Maybe a little bit of spoilers. Yeah, streaming is my thing, kind of. Kind of tricking myself out of my own spot, but hey, we tried. Not like I wasn't trying in February, you know. February's always a bad month, but it was just horrible, so I had to try something else in March. And it only barely worked, like, I don't know. Anyway, I better get out of here. You guys are the best. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Take it about channel comment below. And I'll see y'all next time, which is tomorrow. I'll probably put out the little, like, team video that nobody sees and gets buried by YouTube. But hey, if you're a subscriber, just go to my channel, and it can't hide it from you then. If you just click on my face, you'll see the videos. I put something out every day. You could click on my face every day, and you'll have something new every day. Just because YouTube doesn't suggest it to you or jam it in your face, like, you should be able to just go to my channel every day and see something new if you want to. You could, because I have something new every day, pretty much. Today was a stream. Tomorrow's going to be team videos for the raid event or whatever it is, and I'm probably going to stream after that. And Tuesday I might not do anything because we'll do it on Monday, but, you know, most of the time I'm doing something every day. Some of y'all know that, like Sana, Chad, putting comments on every video. So I know it's not impossible. But anyway, I'll see y'all. Thanks for joining me. Or wait, let's do the fan funding first. Sana threw a 5 on the ghost train. I did not forget. Shadow Boner, if you watched yesterday's video, which you probably didn't. $2. I was cracking up Mrs. Cindy because she like walked into the room, and I was playing my video, you know, rewatching it, seeing how it sounded and stuff, and I was saying something about like boner, boners. I was talking about boners. She's like, "You're over there just saying boner over and over and over." I'm like, "You got to, man, you got to. That's YouTube, baby. You gotta say boner a lot." Anita with the gifted. Glorfindel with the gifted. So Sana, Anita, Chad, Glorfandale. Thank you so much. Back to the chat. Let's say bye to everybody. Thank you for joining me today, Sana Crow, who is a new moderator, and I'm gonna, you know, Crow, you know me, man, it takes me forever, but I went to my Patreon, I saw, like, there was some stuff on there, and I'm like, I gotta put something on here, dude. Like, people are just being nice over here, and I'm not giving them nothing. So I'm definitely gonna look into it, Crow. I'm sorry it's taking so long. You got the one video, like, no one else can see, I think, but I need to put more. But yeah, if you want to help me, like, immediately, Patreon, like, is way faster than YouTube stuff, but I appreciate both. Crow, Sana, Beg for Mercy, Anita, Ruben, aka Self-Sufficient 100, Brian Walker, Tyrion Shark, Ruben, Brian, Cody was here today, and good to hear from, Cody Bear, Mark Bolden in the house, the other Mark, Brian, Crow, Sana, Koi, Sajiro was here today. Mark Nugent, Cody, Sana, Funky Town, Texas, Noonday, Shadow. Hope I didn't, you know, Noonday. I was using your comment there as an example as a teaching tool. I wasn't, like, targeting you or anything. You're one of my dudes. Appreciate you, Noonday, Shadow. Glorfindel was here today. Got a rare moment to come, he's always on here, but, you know, he's working his butt off all the time. Funky Town with that membership thing. Thank you so much, Funky Town. Daniel Lucas, Cody. EQ Emulation. If you guys like EverQuest, go subscribe to EQ Emulation. We got Rain, aka Roxy. It's as far back as it'll let me go. Alright, y'all. Have a good one. I do something every day, Cody, so you can leave some. If you need any help, leave a comment. I'm gonna stream at least. I'm trying streaming again. I used to stream almost every day, but I think we're back to at least once a week now. But yeah, if you have any questions, Cody, like comments, there's Discord, and then I stream, so I should be able to answer within a certain, good amount. Easy, not too long. Anyway, I'm out of here. Have a good one. You guys are the best. Let's see if I can figure out how to shut this off. Do 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 wieners and a sausage. No, that's wrong. Ooh, I can do a recording while I'm doing a live stream? That's cool. Maybe we should start doing that. Like, we can record. If I'm doing, like, a team, like, we're doing, whatever. I start to talk about how to get Ironhawk, right? We could start a recording in the middle of a live stream. I bet you that'd be worth. Oh, I should try that. I could put a video out while I'm streaming. I can make a video while I'm streaming. That'd be like killing two birds with one stone. That'd be cool. Alright, I'm out of here. Leave Santa alone. Leave Santa alone. Leave Theo alone. Everybody explode the board 50 million times this weekend. Be slower. Come on. It's way better, guys. Explode the board a bunch. It don't take no time at all to explode the board every single fight.